Okay, everyone, this is my first attempt at doing a video like this where I'm just going to go through a few plays. And of course, this is the only one I had recorded at the time. I now have one recorded for Team 2, so I will do that at another date. I don't have the clips ready yet, and I'll do that another time. But for now, I wanted to go through Team 1 and just try to get through it quickly. I do like to talk sometimes, but try to get through this quickly and just give a little bit of feedback. If the kids could watch this, that would be awesome. Just so this goes for my team. Obviously, this is live on YouTube, or not live, but it is out on public on YouTube, so anybody can watch this. But this is made for my team, just to kind of go through and say, okay, in this situation, let's do this or that, or great job here. This is, you did this really well. So anything, we'll just go through it real quickly here. So in this one, right, I guess I can do it down here. About here, I need to help the kids figure out, which I had not even mentioned this before, so there's no way they would have considered this. But in this situation, in this open space at the bottom middle of the screen, we need to work on getting the outside defender, being that this, and I'm going to try not to use any names in this. So the person here on the bottom right with the ball, and I can't see her number. I know the name, but I'm not going to say it. And then the person playing outside right actually needs to slide up in this open space so this player here can drop the ball. Now she ends up turning, getting across, or attempting to cross and get the ball in the middle. Great job turning. It's just cleaner, easier if we get the pass back here, and then the outside defender, even though that's pushing up a lot, they just need to be ready in case they need to drop it back, but then be able to get back on defense if we lose the ball and they counterattack. And I think that's it. We pass it. So let's even going on to the next one. This right here. Let me click on it down here so I can do it this way. So as we go, and I'll even rewind it right here. And again, I can't see the numbers on this. I'm doing this on my phone, and everything's tiny. So we have these two playing center back and right back, where I think, yes, I can't even zoom in. Right here, this outside back, which, again, I can't see her number right there. And as the center back, as we know the center back is getting it, and this play ends up turning out really well and doing exactly what I would have done, except if instead, like right here, we could see that the outside back, and this goes for both sides. If it was going to the other side, it would have been the same on the other side too. But come straight, basically straight back to the camera in this situation, instead of playing it as it goes here. So the ball ends up getting out wide anyway. The center back plays it out wide, so we jump over so the ball doesn't hit you. And then we end up getting, and I'll just play it forward. She gets a great pass up here that's actually the center mid. He gets in the middle. Great pass to the striker. And almost a goal. Really close. Great work on everything there. So everything else, it worked out well. Just the outside backs get out wide. And we're going to have a few where I'm talking to the outside mids. And of course, on this team, we know it. And the people watching this that don't know our team don't understand that we have everybody playing every position. The kids are young enough where I don't. Last year they mostly played a couple positions, and there was some changing back and forth. But this year I'm trying to get them more into every position so they start understanding where every position plays. Even if you don't end up playing that position, you understand what they need to be doing, where they need to be going, so that can work on our just overall passing and playing a little better. Moving on to the next one. This is real quick. The only thing I was going to say with this is we can do this nearly every game. And what's going to happen is we're taking the corner kick, we're going to drop it back to the outside defender right there. And we don't end up getting a goal off of this, but I would rather do this maybe for the outside defender up closer to where the 18-yard box comes out. And if it was extended all the way to the sideline, maybe in there a little bit more. But great play on this. So whoever's playing outside back, just be ready. If there's nobody marking, and this one, number 82, is if it was on this side, you would be in this situation, but nobody is right here in this area, in the middle of the screen. Every single one of their players is back in the box. So if we have that, it might be worth it to get the ball dropped, but we have to wait till late to run in. If we run in too early, then they're going to slide over and mark us, the outside defender. If we time it right, then we can get up here, similar to this one, like we just did. On to the next one. This is the other team's goal. I don't actually have many of these recorded. Obviously, you guys have seen the clips of our goals from this game if you've looked, but this is when the other team scores. And right here, really, if we look, and I'll pause it, for our team, other than this is the outside back right there, and then we have the outside mid, striker, and 2 center mids, all right there, and then the outside mid on this side is out of the screen. We got caught too far up, and we need to do a better job at least one of the center mids staying back in, basically in between these 3, but being in the middle. That's what we call a donut, where we're either outside or back or up, and there's no one here in the middle of the field for our team, and that's what hurt us on this one. And then as we go, I'll go back down and do it this way. So the player gets by the center back, and then right here is where both, and one is starting to do it. So the outside back right there, again, I'm not using names, so the outside back, he's coming over to get the ball just a little late. This outside back, I would rather you as well, both of you, just attack this middle, make them pass the ball. Unless you know 100% for sure that one of these 2 right there are going to get the ball. All 3, so this outside defender here, also go into the middle to stop him, the person taking it. We don't do that in this game. He gets a great shot. Great attempt to save by the goalie. There's really not much you can do there on that shot. It was right in the corner. So moving on. Let me see. Actually, I wasn't sure. Oh, I was just going to say really, really great ball movement here. She gets the ball outside, the outside mid. Great pass there. And then watch this pass right here. You can see who has the ball, which I think right here, who's just kicked it, is playing center mid. This player here is also playing center mid. But watch the ball, or watch the pass here. And let me go here. So if I bring it back just a hair, if we're watching the pass from there to here, she doesn't pass it to where he is. She passes it to where he's going to be. So she leads him with a pass. Then we can just play it. He gets a great shot off. Didn't get the goal, but that's okay. Here, okay, right here. This is where I messed up. So if you see the logo at the bottom right, I am just off the screen over there. That's where the bench is. I was telling this person, which I can't, something 5, because I can't see everything there with her hair, but I was telling her to run to the corner. I should not have been telling her to run to the corner. I should have been telling her to run straight down here, again, where the logo is, straight to the sideline. And that way she gets out wide. And that happens probably 20 times every single game, where we, again, the outside defenders and the outside mids need to get out wide right here, really in the bottom of the screen now. And then the center mid can pass it out wide. And most likely, these kids aren't going to follow her out. So she would be out there all by herself, then be able to pass to the forward or the other center mid over there, or maybe even all the way across to the outside mid way over there, or then back to the center mid who has the ball right there. Instead, again, during this play, I remember I was saying, go to the corner, go to the corner. I messed up because as she goes to the corner, then the player comes outside and marking her, and that was my bad there. But he gets a pass to the middle. Does well, but moving on. Okay, right here, do this again. I just wanted to point out 2 things. One is the turn here, and kids, so again, I can't say his name. Number 5 gets the ball. He actually doesn't even touch it. Most kids would stop right here. They would trap the ball, and then they would go right back to where it came from, or barely off to the way he's facing, off to his right. But instead, he keeps his body between the ball and the other player, and as we go, he just lets it turn with him, but while keeping the other players away. They cannot get to it. Now, I would prefer two things. One, again, this player here, is it 55, I think, comes straight outside. So instead of playing, you're playing more of a center mid, we only have one striker here, but the center striker in the middle of the field, I would prefer you come straight back, even if not all the way outside, but start stretching the field really wide. And then the other thing is this pass, I would prefer, which you're probably trying, you did have two players on you, prefer that ball be right on the ground, and that's just an easier pass to trap and be ready to play. But moving on. Okay, sometimes I have to watch them because I haven't seen these clips for almost a week, and then I forget where they're going with it. So right here, kind of same thing. This is the striker, gets the ball up here. So instead of, I need to pause it and go back. So right here, you see the person on your left, right there. You don't know there's a person coming on your right. But what we need, I believe this is the outside mid right here. It needs you out wider and then talking. So instead of this player, no matter who it is, trying to turn with two players right there, be outside. Now, I will admit, this player here could have been talking the whole time. This camera doesn't pick up sound. So this player in this game, again, could have been yelling, ball, 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 I'm open, anything. I can't tell on this, using this camera. But a little closer, calling for the drop, and then that makes the person here with the ball, you need to be more aware, which I get it. You have somebody on you here. You don't know this player's coming up, but he is. And be more aware, even if the outside mid back here that's not on screen is not talking, try to be aware so you can drop it versus turning. Whoop. As we go, you turn straight into this player. And then we lose the ball. You do get it back. So great job getting it back, hustling. But anyway, the point is, speaking up, which again, number 7, I can't tell if you are. You could be yelling right there. I can't tell. And then being up a little closer to drop versus trying to have the player turn with the ball. Next. See where we're going. Oh, this one, I see. This is for the center back. So we have a different center back right there so everyone can see. And of course, we now know who it is. But again, you may not know our kids if you're watching this and don't know our team. But right there, I just wanted to point out the great read. I'll zoom in a little bit and then do this, where you get the ball, you start to turn out wide, and this is where number 73 is starting to go out wide. I can see this where this outside defender right there, I won't say his name, get out wide quickly, but either way, the center back turns. All of these players are right here. So it has a great read, and instead of going straight into the crowd, turns the ball. Great, absolutely, by you two, both of you. Great turn, not passing it to the side that's open, or to the side that's all bunched up. And then number 78, I think that is. Yep, I think I had already said it. Great getting out wide. Exactly what I want here. You get out wide, you get the ball out here. I don't even know how this one ends, or if I may stop it. Okay, maybe I did let this go because of this. So on this one, I tell the team, you take it up the side and then obviously cross it in the middle. But sometimes, instead of listening to coach, which I know this could be bad if I say don't listen to coach, but instead of this right here, you three look and you're taking it 3-on-1. So recognize that you're going 3-on-1, and instead of going out wide to cross in the middle, if right here number 7 takes it straight towards this defender, this little guy right there, you can go out further left. This guy, this kid, go more, maybe a little further left, but so both of you go a little bit more left. And then if this player takes it straight to this one, to the defender, right there, you can just lay it off to the left, and then we have two kids. The easier one would be to play it to the kid in the middle, because it's not as far. Let him get a shot. Boom, we have a goal. Instead of taking it outside, and then by the time we get it outside, I think or the kid blocks us there. And then we go in the middle, but the goalie gets it. So next. I think all I was doing here was just wanted to point out the great passing that we have. So as we go, we have, I think he's playing outside left mid, gets the ball to the middle. Good turn by this player, and an amazing through ball. Love the through ball right here. So one thing I want to point out for offsides is right here, and I will come up to another offsides here in a little bit. So as he passes this ball, and I know we're still young, still trying to learn the offsides. Everybody's onsides right here because, and I guess this player way out that ends up getting the ball is really close because you're even with their number 58 when he passes it. But as we go, you run past him, and since the ball was already kicked and you're past their defenders, you're onsides. And then number 1 here in the middle, you look really close to even with the ball, and great shot by the outside mid here that ends up getting the ball. We can also look in the middle, but that's exactly where I want kids to be. Whoop. Right there. As long as you are on sides, we can be looking for that too, but she ends up getting a shot. Great shot. Don't get the goal, but that's okay. And then this one. There's only a few left, maybe 3 after this. So this one I want to point out, this outside mid gets the ball here, is turning up into traffic. And what does she do? Drops it back. Great way to keep control of the ball, keep possession of the ball. The only thing I would want to say here is the sweeper here be talking, because if we have this whole, I'll even zoom out so you can see, I'm not even sure where the outside left defender is here. Somewhere off the screen. But if we can drop from the ball, we dropped it back here, drop it back to the center back, and then swing it around the side and go up the completely open side. That would be my only suggestion or way to make this a little bit better. But still, I think if I'm not going to continue it, but I believe the outside back gets a great pass up. It all works out fine. But just get in the habit of, if we have time, drop it back here, swing it around, bring it around into space. Okay. This is similar to, I think, the very first one, where if we do this and keep zooming out, this is the outside mid, I believe, has the ball here. So yes, outside mid, because I think that's 2 center mids and a striker maybe. Right here, she is all alone. There's nobody helping her out to get a pass. So the outside, or this, I'm sorry, the outside defender, I was actually going to say the one of the 2 center mids. I'm not sure who out of these 3 are playing center mid. I believe it's the girl closest to us and the boy right here. And again, I'm not using names because I'm trying to keep the kids' names off of YouTube. But, or the outside back, get into this space right in the center, the bottom of the screen of the video. That way, instead of having her try to turn on 2 players and get a cross off, which she ends up doing, it's just easier if we have a player really close to the shade from their canopy. Somewhere over here, even inside the field, a little bit more towards the inside of the field, so we can get that drop back, and then this player then can find one of the 3 players over here. There's this team app there. I had a notification, but next we'll get through this. This is just really good passing right here by U2. I don't think we get the goal, but really good. Good pass. Good ball movement, and then right there in the middle, great pass to the middle. We don't get the goal, that's okay. Most of these, again, I'm not showing where we get the goals. I'm showing how we can do slightly better, or pointing out that that was really, really good passing by both of you two. And I think this is the last one. So right there, because this is something I'm trying to teach offsides. And I think I'm there calling offsides, but that's okay. We have, in this league, we usually have 1 ref, and they cannot always call offsides, so no issues. But I did this clip so I could help teach the team offsides for those that are still not understanding it. So what happened was, this player is past our last defender, which right now is this girl right here. when the ball is kicked. Now, when he gets to the ball, he's back onsides now, but that doesn't matter. As when the ball was kicked, as the ball's coming in, right there, he's offsides. And then as we go, there's actually an offsides call on us, which is a good call. And we were a bit further offside. So right here, the center mid goes to kick the ball. Let me pause it. And we can see right here, we are past their last defender. So in this case, I believe number 4 looks like he's the last defender. We're maybe 5 yards past him. And that would be offsides. If we were to, well, I was going to say, right now you would have to be this player right there on the other side of the last defender. That's okay, but again, that I'm doing this so we can try to learn what offsides is. So thanks for watching. Go ahead and pause this. Oh, I think it's done anyway. Thanks for watching, and I will try to continue to do these for future games. Thank you.